Hi, it's Jake here from the Bear Pit TV. I'm here today to talk to you about our new partner FansBet and their app and their new Championship fantasy football game. This year, I say FansBet are a new partner who will be working with us, helping us raise money for the Dougie Mac charity. Now, when we go to register with FansBet, so that we're able to donate any money towards Dougie Mac when you register, you'll see on the details here you can select your club. If you type in Stoke City into the search, or Stoke, you'll see that we come up. Click on that. The next option will give you a branch in which the Bear Pit will appear. And once you've registered your details and signed up, that will link you with us. And as I say, that will be helping us raise money for the Dougie Mac. So it is important when you register your details that you fill those in. Now, as I've mentioned, this is going to be for Championship Fantasy Football. It's a 10k yearly prize. Well, end of season prize for the top scoring person. I'll be talking you through a little bit of my team, but it's £5.50/20. They'll also be doing a weekly prize, and again the winner's going to be getting £500 for the top scorer. They also do regular Premier League fantasy football and also another weekly prize on that one, and also a free roll for the Fantasy Premier League. So once you've registered your details and you're logged in, you'll see on the app homepage you've got a little fantasy icon, which will load up all the Championship and Premier League fantasy games that they'll be doing this season. So we've got the £10,000 season-long Championship Fantasy, the weekly £500 prize fund one, then the Premier League one, £50,000 season-long, opening weekend there, prize of £5,000, and a free roll one where you can win £10, but entry fees £5.50 across the board. Now, they're all very similar to the Fantasy Premier League, in which you need 15 players, you have a budget of £100 million. Scoring, you get captain and vice captains as well. Now the scoring system is very similar, where you get 2 points for every 60 minutes played, 1 point if you play less than 60, 6 points for a goalkeeper or defender goal, 5 for a midfielder goal, or 4 for a forward goal, 3 for anyone who gets an assist, 4 points for clean sheets, defenders and goalkeepers if you play more than an hour. Penalty saves, penalty misses, yellow cards, red cards, all lose points and bonus points. So it's fairly straightforward how to get points. So with that in mind, the team I've gone for, as you can see here, is fairly attacking. Now in goal I've gone for our own Jack Butland, purely because I do think we're going to have a good season. And I think when Jones came in at the back end of last season, we did have, and also when Rout was here, a very good defence. We didn't concede many. The problem was we didn't score, so got no problem keeping Butland in goal. He is, in my opinion, one of the best we've got in England. And if he was playing in the Premiership, I think he'd be above Jordan Pickford. So he is worth quite a lot, but in the grand scheme of things, I think he'll be a good investment. Now, I've gone for Charlie Mulgrew there from Blackburn. Reason being, I do think Blackburn, again, will have a decent season, maybe top 6. But for me, he's also on penalties, which if he scores, 3 or 4 at 6 points each, quite a lot of money, quite a lot of points, which I don't think you'll get from many other defenders in the game. And that was very similar thinking with Danny Batts for ourselves. Now, again, the clean sheets, if him and Butland both do well, then that's a bonus for me. But also, when he got promoted with Wolves, he did also chip in with quite a lot of goals, which I think from our set pieces, if we get them on, he could be a threat. And again, it's just more points. Now, De Silva from Bristol City. This one was a bit more of a guess, I'll be perfectly honest. He did alright there last year, he got 3 assists, and I think Bristol City, again, another team that are going to be doing well this year. I think pushing for playoffs, if not automatic, and I do think he could, again, chip in with a few assists and maybe a few goals. And Barry Douglas, again, the same chain of thought with him. But until he got injured last year, he got 5 assists for Leeds. He did miss the last 3 months of the season. He's back in pre-season, so he is playing again. I do think he's on free kicks, corners, goals and assists could be coming from him, and Leeds being favourites for the title, you'd think there's going to be plenty of clean sheets as well. Now, as you see, formation, I've gone 4-3-3. The 3 in midfield I've gone for Tom Kearney. Now, the reasoning behind this one is when Fulham did get promoted last time round, when they went up through the playoffs, he did play very well. He got 5 or 6 goals, handful of assists, even scored in the playoff final to get them up. So I think he was a bit of a disappointment last year in the Premier League, but I do get, again, Fulham are another team expected to do well, and I think if they're going to do well, he is going to be one of the reasons why. And I think he also might be the captain, so there's a bit of pressure on him to perform. Also going for Matty Phillips from West Brom, who I was looking at their squad earlier, and they did lose quite a lot of the striking options. So I think if the goals are going to come from anywhere, they could come from midfield. And he has scored a few in pre-season, and I think for 8 million is a bit expensive on a bit of a punt, so to speak. But I do think he'll do well. Nick Powell, again, I think if Stoke are going to do well, he's going to be at the forefront of everything. He should be playing at the top of that diamond. He's going to have Sam Vokes, Afobe, or maybe even Gregory to be feeding. He'll chip him with a few goals himself. And I think I've split the money quite well over the midfield there. Rather than go for one standout superstar, I think I've gone for 3 very reasonably priced, and I think all of them will chip in with goals and assists throughout. Now, forward is where I've spent most of my money. I've gone for Mitrovic, who I think is easily going to bag 20 goals this season. I think he's also on penalties, so added goals there for Fulham. Same with Mopai from Brentford. He's on penalties. He scored 20 odd last season, and both teams are expected to do well and push for promotion, so they're going to need goals, and so I've gone for their 2 main strikers. Robson Kanu, I was running out a bit of money, I'll be honest, but as I said with Phillips, they don't seem to have many options up front. They sold Rodriguez, Gale's gone back to Newcastle, they bought in Tahori from Cardiff, so, and I've been looking at pre-season, he did bag, he's played a couple of games, so I think for only 5.5 million he could be quite a good steal. The bench, just the cheapest players I could find. Steele, I don't know if you know if he plays for Forest, but if Butland ever goes down injured, I'll try and replace Butland, because you do get a free transfer every week, and you can actually save one, so you can get 2. So if anything ever happens to Butland, I'll simply swap him out and not worry about replacement keeper. O'Shea, again, cheap defender. He has actually played in pre-season, so you never know if he's been playing well, he might actually get a spot. But for 4 million, it's just a cheap option. Same with Bridcut from Forest. Cheapest option I could find, and I just recognise his name. I'd really going through the list of players at this point, you just want to spend on your main 11 personally. And Bakuna from Huddersfield, he did play in the Premier League last year, didn't really pull up any trees, no goals, no assists, but he should play every game, and so he's at least a decent option to have as a sub. So that's the team, that's my season-long team. And say 20, you just go on your £5.50 there, so I'll be entering my team shortly. I have chopped and changed because there are a few options. I did look at Jack Harrison from Leeds for midfield. Also, Alan Brown, who scored 20 odd goals for Preston last year. Same with the young lad from Hull, whose name escapes me now. But that's the team I'm going to go for. So when you do enter, as I say, make sure your details, your registers to the Bear Pit. Do gamble responsibly, and also make sure you're over 18 if you are signing up to this. Thank you.